Hello, everybody. Today is Monday. Should I say Motivational Monday? Smiling at the little cutie pie right there. But I just came on here to talk to y'all today about life. Life itself. Experiences. Things that I've been through. I've been through a lot. God have brought me from a mighty, mighty long ways. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen people get killed, people get shot. I've seen people die. I've been through a lot. Some people say you don't look like what you've been through, but trust me, I've been through it. Uh, and again, like I said, experience sometimes is the best teacher. Nobody want to experience, of course, getting shot or nothing, but I'm talking about experiences like people say, come on, you got these people out here saying we gang experts, we want to study gangs, but you can't, you can study a gang all you want, that don't make you an expert, and if you ain't never gang bang, you would never know what it's like anyway. You ain't never had to drop and roll. We've had kids dropping and rolling almost like it was a game or something, so you can't tell me, you have people go, yeah, I want to talk to you, I'm a gang expert. No, you're not no gang expert. You ain't even got a bit of thug, and you don't even look like a thug. So you're not a gang expert. Just say you want to talk to somebody and find out about how gangs was. But if you ain't experienced it, again, like I said, experience is the best teacher. You can go to a counselor, and some people say let's go to a marriage counselor. Well, make sure they was married first before they try to tell you about your marriage, or people telling you about your kids. Make sure they got kids and they're doing what they supposed to do. As if they not, then what can you tell me? That's like somebody got all their kids taken and come trying to tell me how to take care of mine. Come on now, be for real. you know be for real. um, like I said, I've seen a lot. I've seen people dying, getting killed. I've had to identify bodies and all kind of stuff, and people say, oh, for real? Well, you don't look like what you've been through, but I have, and I guess, you can say some of us have to experience it firsthand so we can be able to help somebody else, um, maybe you've gotten your heart broke, or you're going through something, or you need help with something that's it's not nothing to laugh about, because as soon as you start laughing at somebody, it can turn around and happen right to you. So sometimes when people going through things, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. I've been dealing with people that then lost their kids, lost their finger, their eye, their foot, and everything else. And no, it's not funny. Actually, it's sad. It's sad, and a lot of people say some of the gang members back in the day don't have a heart, but they're actually really smart. If you ever sat down and talked to somebody, and a lot of times people judge you as soon as you walk in the door. Somebody will judge you because you got two tattoos, or because your hair ain't long enough, or because you bald headed. People are so judgmental nowadays as well. But one thing I will say is, don't ever change yourself for somebody else. Be you. I'll say change. If you doing wrong, change your life. And it takes time. I'm not here to judge nobody because it took time for me. It took a long time. So no, I'm not here to judge or to say, oh, are you stupid because you're doing this. I'm here to try to help correct the problem. I'm not here to judge you, because God is the judge and the jury at the end of time. He'll be the one judging. So I'm here to just try to correct and help with some of the problems. There's a lot of you ladies, out here, and you know how they say, every man that put on a pair of pants ain't a father, and every woman that put on a dress ain't a mother either. So again, I'm not pointing no fingers and nothing. I'm just speaking in general, because sometimes you can't even speak because you get people so into their feelings, and think you're talking about them, and they always say only the truth hurts, or the old folks say, if the shoe fit, wear it. Well, yeah, that part, that too, you know. Uh, but I will say I have been through some stuff, and I don't know, maybe I can help somebody out with something, maybe somebody can help me out with something. I'm just saying I'm gonna try to do these videos periodically, and speak on different subjects. because there's so much going on, like the suicide. It's so many people that's suicidal because they can't deal with it. They can't deal with the life they were given, or they can't deal with it. But nothing is worth taking your life. I done been through a whole lot, but I never thought about taking my life. And I'm not saying everybody is me or as strong as me, but nothing is worth taking your life. All it takes is some prayer. And people say, well, I prayed, I prayed, I prayed. But it takes time. God is an on-time God. He prayed for you to come to him a long time ago too, but you took your time about coming. So let him have his time about answering your prayer. Just know that your prayer will be answered. I can truly say that because mine have, and a lot of things that I'm speaking on is either through experience or people that have came through me, because I have raised a lot of people. I raised a lot of people, and I have no regrets about it. Some of them turned out to be some of the best kids in the world. Sometimes, usually, if some kids are going through something, sometimes for me, I think it starts at home. The kids' environment, what they're around. How you acting around them, what's going on around them. Because remember, this stays in their little brain forever as they grow older. They'll tell you, well, I remember mama when this, and I remember daddy when you did this. So be careful what you do and what you say and how you act and what's going on around your kids, even at school. I ask your kids every day, like, oh, what is everything okay at school? What's going on? What's that? Because the thing is, sometimes your kids won't say nothing. They'll just, I don't know, take their life. But a lot of them, that's what a lot of them been doing. So you have to make the initiative to ask them, because remember, they looking for us as parents to take care of them, not for them to take care of us. So, ask your kids and, talk to them periodically and find out, what's going on in their life, what's going on at school, how many friends they have, how, talk to them, and find out, what's really going on. Because even at school, some of the teachers, the things they say, I've been talking to parents that say teachers calling the kids this and that and this and that, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute now, where they do that at? But it happens, and a lot of times parents will be like, oh, he lying, she lying, I don't want to hear that. No, find out and make sure that they're lying, because you can say they lying and they might be telling the truth. So find out, investigate, go sit in their class, and if you got to work where you can't go sit in their class, then find somebody to sit in their class. Make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do as being a parent. That's not only the mother, the father too, because girls, daddies, you're the first man that they love. So how you treat them is what they'll be expecting from a man. So if you treating them bad, then if another man come in their life and tell them he love them and he treat them bad, then that's what they gonna expect. So you fathers need to step up to the plate, and you got these fathers that kills me, that if they not with the mama, then they don't want to have nothing to do with the kid. That's not right. No. That kid didn't ask to come here. Mama ain't got nothing to do with it. That's your daughter. So take care of her. Make sure she know how she's supposed to be treated. Make sure she knows she's supposed to be treated like a queen. It don't take much, but time. Money to kids when they're that little don't really mean too much of nothing unless you raising them to be materialistic. Because you got some kids walking around here and all kind of name brand tennis shoes, and they name brand dummies because they don't know nothing. All they know how to do is stay duggy, because people so bent on saying, oh, look what my kid got on. Look what they got on this, they got on that. But you can have kids and they can have on Target, Walmart, or whatever, if they and dress them cute, and they gonna be looking cute. The thing is not to try to keep up with the Joneses. That's something I never done. I'm not finna go broke trying to keep up with the Joneses, the Scotts, the Washingtons, or nobody else. I'm gonna do what I do, and that's how my kids have been. If I can afford it, I'll get it. But when I couldn't afford it, then you have to wear what you gotta wear. But make sure they get an education, because the world we living in is so cruel, and You might not always be here. So you want to make sure your kid is educated on everything. And education starts at home. A kid only educated at school is an uneducated child. Education starts at home. So teach them at home, and then they'll know from their own what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to walk, talk, act, whatever. Because you got some disrespectful ass kids out here now. Woo, they so disrespectful, but I'm so glad I'm humble because they are disrespectful. Some of them make you not want to deal with them, but that's my job. That's my job. I can deal with them, because some of them try that role, but if you sit down and really, really talk to them, some of them as sweet as they can be, and some of them got things going on that you would be surprised to find out about. So sit down and talk to your kids and, find out how they life going, how's life treating them, every day, I guess y'all can say I'm old school. I am old school, that's why a lot of us made it, because we was old school. We got whoopings. We didn't have no choices of what you want to eat, or what you want. Mama said, I'm cooking beans. I hated beans. She was like, you gonna eat them beans or you won't eat nothing at all? And then sometimes she'd say, you gonna sit there and eat them beans. And you know how sometimes you eat stuff and you hold it in your mouth so you can spit it out? Mama said chew. So I chewed, we had them type of parents where roll your eyes and they would still be up, So I think old school is the best way. I mean, that's just me. Any and everything that I'm saying, I'm talking about some of my experiences, or that's just me. People are gonna do what they want to do anyway. Some people say, "Oh, I don't pay her no attention. She don't know what she's talking about," or "I don't want to hear that," or whatever. But I'm speaking about me or experiences that people have came to me with or whatever. But I'm gonna come back on here tomorrow though and talk to y'all. I'm gonna cut the video short, and like I said, if you need to. Got a question or something you need a specific subject you need to speak on or something you want to talk about, hit me up. Facebook Cynthia Nunn, Facebook Sylvia Nunn Angels, Instagram Heaven Sent, Instagram SN Angels, website SylviaNunnAngels.org. Sylvia Nunn Angels is all one word. I'm on Twitter, but I don't mess with Twitter that much. I'm still kind of slow when it comes to this social media stuff because I'm so used to a phone. I ain't even really used to this phone. I'm used to picking up the phone and, dialing or whatever. I'm real old school. As far as with some things, I'm real old school about, but it ain't hard for me to catch on or nothing. But, if you got a certain subject or something that you want to touch on, you want to talk about, you want to hear about, question. Like I said, I gave you all my social media outlets. You can hit me up. And I will be back on here again tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe later on, who knows. But I want everybody all over the world to have a blessed night. Some people somewhere it's a day, blessed life, So that's it for now. I will come back on here with some of my life skills. All right.